Welcome back to Peer and Peer, powered by Content Studio. I'm your host Anhad, and I hate doing these intros because it's so cringe. And also repeating it right now is also cringe, and talking about it right now is cringe. Anyways, today we have a record-breaking guest. Meet the national car racing champion, Justin Singh.
Hey dude, what's up?
I'm good. What's up with you?
Thanks for the intro. It wasn't cringe at all. I loved it.
It wasn't cringe. Yeah, of course. It's
Yeah.
like, it's an intro. It can't be cringe, right?
Yeah, but to make an intro, it has to be kind of cringe.
Exactly. But see, now it's not cringe. That's
It's actually my first time in a studio, and I didn't realize how sleepy it makes you. It's too insulated.
Yeah, actually, that's why I have to take multiple cuts. But anyways,
Yeah,
so what's been? Wait, how old are you?
I'm 21.
You're 21. Damn. So you can legally do stuff in Gurgaon at least.
No, in Delhi.
In
Wait,
Delhi is 25.
Gurgaon's 25, dude.
Gurgaon's 21. Gurgaon's 21.
Not like it matters though.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But still, whatever. Anyway, so are you in college or?
I just gave my exams for my degree, and yet to find out if I'll graduate or not.
Oh, okay. So you
Yeah.
haven't graduated yet. Interesting. So what do you
That's my
say?
final year, so like BBA. I did BBA.
BBA, nice. BBA's bachelor. Okay, got it. I know what BBA is. Sorry.
Business admin, Bachelor of Business
Bachelor
Administration.
of Business Administration.
Pretty simple, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. Nothing.
And where did you go to school?
St. Columbus, New Delhi.
Oh, my dad went there also.
Yeah.
So, how is it managing, because you're a race car driver, right? So, how
Yeah, I'm a race car driver. I drive saloon cars, touring cars, which is different from driving an open wheeler kind of Formula 3, 4, 5, whatever one.
Oh, yeah. So, it's not like
Yeah, our cars
it's
look
the big
like
car.
the road
It's like
cars.
SUVs, sort of.
Not SUVs.
But like normal cars, like the ones we
sedans
all
and
drive.
hatches and sports
Yeah,
cars.
yeah.
So we modify them for racing.
Oh,
And they
nice.
ride.
So, like, you add stuff to it, like boosters, like,
Yeah, we do.
Oh, see, I was joking. But okay, yeah.
We actually do.
You
We add
do?
boost.
You color your cars. You can have, like, different colored cars, right? Like Fast and Furious.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Whatever you
You
want.
have to take me on a drive then. You have to take me on a drive. I want to
Yeah.
see your car then, definitely.
Yeah. So my car's red, but I'm thinking of adding little black on it.
That's
You
my
can do
dream
whatever you
car.
want.
Red and black car.
Yeah, with like a black bonnet and a
Mhm.
black
Bonnet?
black bonnet and a red
What's a
car.
black bonnet?
A bonnet, dude. A hood.
Oh, a hood. You just say hood. I'm not my younger brother. I'm not very into cars. But, I mean, I like cars. I love cars. But I'm not very into cars. Talking about cars, so you said that you were doing BBA, right?
Yeah.
So how is it like managing your education with your racing?
For me, I just love cars and being around cars, and anything that is not cars doesn't interest me a lot. So I took something that's pretty easy, just
Mhm.
on the side, and
Do you have like
it was pretty easy for
teachers?
me actually because I had good support from my college, and my parents also understood
Yeah.
that this guy is not that much into studies and more into
Mm-hmm.
motorsports and
Yeah.
building a career in motorsports rather than something which I'm not interested in. I feel like it would be a waste of my talents if I didn't focus on what I'm great at, because I feel
Exactly.
like
You should always focus your
Yeah.
focus. So you should always follow your passion.
because
basically.
I feel like it would be a waste of my talents if I just
Mhm.
were to, because I can't study. I mean, I can study, of course, but I'm just an average student.
Yeah,
So
you shouldn't do something which you're not passionate about. Otherwise, you won't do it
I
properly.
mean, sure, you have to be
anyways.
practical, but when you have the option, why not?
Exactly. It's not like anyone can say, "Oh, I'm a really good car racer."
Yeah,
Who's won a national championship.
yeah, I did.
So, like, how was that experience of winning your first national championship?
So I won my national championship in the second year of competing in car racing. Before that, I used to do a little karting,
Mm-hmm.
which are like the small karts. Everyone
go-karting,
knows
basically.
what go-karts
Yeah,
are, right?
yeah.
It's like slightly better versions of what you go and drive on the... Anyone can go and drive, right? But slightly better versions of those. So I used to drive those. Then I kind of like stopped in between for a year or two. And then I started again. Actually, my dad just took me to the racetrack like as a birthday gift. Like, oh, they had this thing called Arrive and Drive, where you could like pay them like 10,000 and drive the car around the track. And when I
Mhm.
drove, I was quick. And so the people there told me like you should do something about it, and it hit my dad, it hit me too. So I then entered this category called MRF Saloons, which is run by my team, Red Line Racing. And the moment I sat in the car, I was quick, and I never knew that I was this good at it
Mm-hmm.
till the time like my first race for my team, I was fastest in practice. So I was like, okay, wow, that's great.
Yeah.
then I was fastest in qualifying, which is like where qualifying decides your starting place in the race. So I was like, wow, but I still wasn't expecting to win. And then when I won, it was like I didn't know I was capable of doing this.
And you won. So you won in your debut.
Yeah, for my team.
basically.
Yeah, I won on the debut for my team, and
And were they like were all your other competitors also like same experience as you, or was it like different experiences, or
I
like
was
what?
probably the youngest there. I think I was the youngest there, and everyone else was much more experienced than me. Big racers, old racers used to like tuning cars, because our racing is more of like building the car as well. You need to know how to build the car, and then you need to know how to drive the car. You need to know how to feel the car, and you need to know what to change in the car. It's not like one scale. Oh, I'm great at driving. It's not that simple. It's a full blown. You need to be multi-talented.
Exactly. Which you basically are, because like you said, you're the youngest. So if you have talent, you should just go ahead for it. Honestly.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm trying. I'm still racing in a higher category now. We're building cars, building my own cars. So coming back to your question, how it was racing, winning. I used to watch lots of anime at that time. So there's this anime called Initial D. And so like I still remember coming out of the last corner, I could like hear that Initial D kind of like Eurobeat kind of like techno pop songs playing in my head, and everything was like closed in, and it's like I was living in a
movie or something. Yeah, it's very surreal.
I could hear lots of emotions. That was great. The next race I crashed.
Oh god, what? You crashed?
Yeah.
We'll get onto that eventually. But yeah, so what was it like to achieve so many podiums? So how old were you when you won your national championship?
I was 19.
19. That's a very young age considering it's a national championship. So how was it like to achieve these podium finishes and all these awards at such a young age?
See, once you get used to winning, it becomes boring.
That's so funny. Yeah, winning. I'm so bored of winning. I want to just start losing.
It gets
now.
boring. After some time, winning a lot gets boring.
Yeah,
Till the time you stop
he's too
winning.
good. He's too good. Yeah,
no,
he's
I'm not too
yeah.
good. But I have had stretches where I kept on winning, and I stopped appreciating it. And when I stopped winning for some time, then I was like, shit, I can't survive without winning.
Yeah.
But like, I enjoy winning. I want wins under my belt, but at the same time, I love the sport. I love going wheel to wheel with other cars. I like tapping, and I love the whole atmosphere which is there. Everybody's busy. Everybody's doing something. It's alive. The pits are alive. Everything's alive.
I could do the same thing as well, like, because I'm an actor and I'm also making my own film now. So just being on sets, being on stage, it's a different feeling than if I was, for example, in an office doing a desk job.
Of course.
If you're and then it doesn't matter how tired I am, doesn't matter how sick I am, being there, doing the work I'm passionate about makes me want to do it and makes me want to do it better. So the same thing for you as well.
Yeah, more than just the sport itself, it's the atmosphere around the sport. It's the kind of chaos that's always there.
Yeah.
Just hustle bustle, everybody's doing this, that, someone's getting penalized, someone's putting protests on my car, seeing immediately. Yeah, everything happens. That's part of racing.
People protest?
Yeah, people protest on your cars, and you can protest on them too. You can protest on someone's driving if you feel like, oh, they intentionally hit you. Or if you feel like, because we have a specific set of regulations, and we have to follow them to make sure like there's parity between the cars. You can't have like one car with like lots of power and one with none. So you need to follow those regulations. And then listening to people, all the old timers and the stories, and it's a lovely experience.
Definitely. Sounds really fun. You have to take me for like one of these, Yeah, I want to watch car racing.
It's fun. It's an experience.
Your
ears will be ringing by the time you're back to the airport.
That's crazy.
It's very loud.
Also, it's very dangerous though, right? Like, so motorsports can be very dangerous. So have you ever been involved in or witnessed any accidents? And how is it? How have those experiences shaping your approach to racing and safety?
When I sit in a race car, I've got a 6-point harness. So when you're in a normal car, you pull out here, put a seatbelt like this. It's 1, 2. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm buckled in and I can't move. Then I've got my race inners, which are fireproof, and then on top of that my race suit, my helmet, and something called a Hans device, which stands for head and neck something, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't let your
Can you
head move
breathe?
more than this.
It's like you're wearing a corset,
Yeah, and
basically.
inside the car it's like 60 degrees Celsius inside the race, 60, 70, because there is no AC, right? Lightweight. So when you're back trip in the car like that, and I've got a race seat, so
Yeah.
I can't move. Only thing that moves is this. This is all I can do. Change gear, clutch, brake, accelerator, and this.
Mhm.
I can't move. So when I'm sitting in a race car, I feel safer than maybe if I'm sitting in a road car, because and then we've got something called a roll cage. So it looks like scaffolding, like
Mhm.
all these metal rods and all.
Yeah,
So even
yeah.
if the car goes upside down,
You stay
yeah, I have
still.
toppled, gone like this and came back. Car's gone like that at a high speed, 120, 140, had a topple. I've been hit from behind, hit from the side, hit from the front. I've had lots of accidents because, young blood.
Yeah.
I like going fast, and sometimes I go a
Mhm.
bit too fast. I'm learning
Yeah.
still. Even though I
Mhm.
won my championship early, I know I have speed, but more than speed, there's something called racecraft. Again, I'm going off topic. But a normal road car is much less safer than a race car. So it's really safe, even though, of course, it's dangerous. But in the modern age, you can walk out of accidents that can't even imagine that someone can
Yeah.
walk out of.
Yeah, like I don't watch a lot of like car racing, but I do watch F1, and like there's so many accidents where the car is like flaming with fire and people just walk out.
People just walk out.
Yeah.
And same thing, if it happens to you on the road, then you're gonna get injured or something bad's gonna
Exactly.
happen.
Like you said, you just have like one seat belt basically.
Yeah.
But here you have all those belts and like a cage, like you said, helmet, all that stuff.
Too much. If you're claustrophobic, racing's not for you.
Claustrophobic. As a kid, I put this helmet on, and it was too small for me, and I got stuck in it.
Yeah.
And I get so scared when people are like, oh, you want to try this helmet on? I'm like, no, I will not. Like,
And like our helmets are not even like the bike helmets. Bike helmets have like a big visor. As like you feel like a horse when you're sitting in a race car. Those horse have those things where you can only see straight.
Yeah.
That's how you feel sitting in a race car. You're like a horse. You can only see the head.
Mm-hmm.
Strapped in, belted in, ready to pounce on the
you should come with me to mystery rooms, because there's this one mystery room where you have to go in this vent and it's so claustrophobic.
Dude.
So you could just go get the key or something and come out, because I get so
I've
claustrophobic.
been to a mystery room once, and I wouldn't know what to do. There weren't
Really?
people with me. I will get lost. I had no idea what to do.
No, I can actually solve it. So I go with this friend of mine, and she's worse than me. There's this one, the ring, and she's never finished. We've gone like twice. She never goes into the vent. She just walks out. So I end up going inside. But actually, mystery rooms are so fun though.
I'd be lost, dude. I'd stay inside there for hours, not knowing what to do. I'm really
So do the
stupid
horror
when-
ones. The trick is do the horror ones, because the horror ones are easier to do than the other ones. Because like you're just too scared. You're too scared because of like the live actors, that the clues are like right there basically,
Sounds like
compared
fun.
to
I
the
think we
other
should go.
ones. Yeah, we'll
Take
go.
me, dude.
Definitely. Anyways, next question. So in racing, how do you navigate the balance between fierce competition and maintaining good sportsmanship? And have you ever encountered any situations involving dirty driving? You have. I can see from your face you have.
So I'm racing in a category that's called Superstock.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel right now it is the hottest category. Everybody's ready to pounce on each other. We're all asses to each other. I'm an ass. Everybody has to be an ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like you rub and scrub.
So like, what do you guys do? Do you guys like fight, or like do you on purpose like do stuff on the road, or what? Like
On the track, not on the road.
on the track.
So,
It's like a movie basically. Like there's like those like
It is like a movie. It is genuinely like a movie. Especially this season's been like a movie, because touring car racing basically is like a contact kind of sport, where if I want to know if I want the guy ahead to know I'm behind him, I'll go and tap him a little. So once you're sitting in front, suddenly feel going like
that
that.
means someone's
Look
behind.
behind and see, oh
But
shit.
can you look behind you? Because like
You got mirrors.
mirror.
You got mirrors. So moving mirrors, you just have to move your eyes like that. So someone hits you from behind, that adds pressure. Racing's all about how much you can pressurize the people around you.
Yeah, but how do you deal with your own pressure and like stress while racing?
Everyone has to go through pressure, but I feel like I can manage it somehow. First race for ever one, I had a very good friend of mine. He was just behind me. He was pretty famous in Bombay, Fahad Kutti. He's behind me the whole race. He put tremendous pressure on me, but I don't know. I just dealt with it.
Anyways, dirty driving. What else do you know about dirty
Yeah, so I
driving?
love dirty driving. I love it.
You love dirty driving.
I mean, there's a limit to it, of course. You don't want people to get hurt, but there's a very thin line between dirty driving and fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want anyone to get hurt or have an
Yeah.
accident, but it's like bumper cars sometimes.
I love bumper cars.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
like-
bumper cars.
It's like
You play
it's
with
like
each
a-
other basically.
it's like a language where you go and slightly tap someone here and tap someone there, and they'll tap
Mhm.
you. I love it actually. That's why I love touring car racing. I love closed wheel racing.
Yeah.
Dirty driving's there. Sometimes it goes overboard.
Yeah. And
That's-
what is
I
like?
don't-
Have you had an experience with that yet, or?
Dirty driving happens, and if someone hits you, you hit them back, and that's how racing goes.
Yeah. Well, that's the sad part. But at least you have to look at it in a good way. So you think about it as fun, like bumper car. So that's a good way to
Yeah.
deal with it. Basically,
It's fun till it remains till a level where you don't want it to be too much.
Mm-hmm.
Because otherwise, what will people see, right? Even if you go to see a race, you see one car going, and then 10, 20 meters later, one other car is going. No, you don't want to see that, right? You want to see
Yeah.
cars going side by side into the corners and going like this and scrubbing and rubbing into the corners.
Mhm.
That's what you like to see, not cars just. So
Yeah.
what you actually need.
So you.
What's the fun about racing? is-
Do they tell you sometimes to do it, or do they encourage you guys to on purpose do a little interesting things?
No, they don't.
They also you just do it because only
No, once you're in that car, you've got that adrenaline inside you,
Mm-hmm.
and overtaking is not easy.
Yeah.
Cars are pretty equal. Sometimes, if you don't go for a gap that doesn't exist. Sorry, that's not the line. The line's if you don't go for a gap that exists, then you're no longer a race car driver.
Anyways.
So, actually, let me just cut you off there. I can tell you a few stories about dirty driving.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, so you can say it's dirty driving, but as I said, it's a thin line, right? So we've had incidents of cars going. So racing, we'll race on track,
Mm-hmm.
right? Something happens, so car will go like this, and we'll go 3-4 cars into a corner, full speed. There's not even an inch of a gap between us, and our first things that break are our side view mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
Like
You break it?
because once if cars left and right of you, the first thing that hits is the side view mirror, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be sitting driving, and suddenly I'll see I don't have rear view mirrors anymore.
Oh my
They
god.
just get launched into oblivion. You can't even see them, dude.
Yeah.
Lose a left side mirror, a right side mirror, and bumpers flying and all that stuff happens. And we've got, as long as nothing happens to the drivers and nothing much happens to the cars, we've got, let's say in NASCAR in America, that rubbing is racing.
Yeah.
And I believe that. So, dirty driving, till it's
Mhm.
safe.
Till it's safe. Okay.
Till it's safe.
That obviously makes sense because, I mean, trying to think of something similar. There was this one person who was sabotaging my performance and my film, actually. So there's actually, you're right. So it's I feel like in every sort of field you could think of, there's always someone sabotaging something. So you have to just deal with it as long as it's not hurting you.
It's like you're running a business, right? You've got to have
Yeah,
competition. You're going to try and
Exactly.
get your market share. And if you're an actor, so someone's going to try and sabotage your film. I'm a race driver. Somebody's going to try and sabotage my race.
Mm-hmm.
So if people
You have
stop
to- you
doing
just have
that,
to
it
know
won't be
deal
fun
with it. Yeah.
anymore, dude. It'll
Exactly.
be boring if you just keep on winning.
Exactly. There has to be that. That has to, because
There has
if
to
you
be a
keep on
challenge,
winning,
right?
exactly, you keep on winning, then eventually you're just gonna be like,
There has to be a challenge.
yeah, you could say the same thing. Like yesterday, there was the Olympic gold tennis match, for example. So of course, Alcaraz I love, so I'm waiting for him to win. But even though he lost, I was like, you know what? If he keeps winning, you will get sort of bored of him. It's good to see that competition happening. You know what I mean?
I loved that match.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw it, it was like,
We weren't totally watching it together.
yeah, we weren't together at
weren't,
all.
Yeah.
Not
Mhm.
in the same
Yeah.
house, on the same sofa, on the
Yeah.
same TV, watching the same match at all.
It's very romantic the way you think about it.
Yeah, purely platonic though.
No, yeah. But
We'll see where it goes. But yeah,
Yeah.
like seeing a young guy going up against like this old champion.
Mhm.
I mean, sure, those guys are on a completely different level, but I felt like inspired by Alcaraz.
Yeah.
Like the match was
Exactly.
really close, and we want
That's the thing.
close,
You
close
have
matches.
to have in a sport, in careers, you have to have competition because that's what drives you.
Yeah,
And
It's-
and when it comes to people like sort of sabotaging you on purpose, if it doesn't affect you, find the fun parts in it.
it should
But
fuel
the second it starts sabotaging you, you have to again sort of deal with it, which is like stuff which I also experienced. Like you have to deal with stuff if it's like sabotaging you. Like for example, my film was almost getting sabotaged with someone was. So whatever.
Yeah, so I use it as fuel, and everybody should. Like, when you know someone's out to get you, you want to prove it to them. Like, you can't do.
Exactly. I'm not looking at the camera as if these people are watching.
Yeah,
But-
someone must be watching. So
Someone must be watching.
yeah, you know who you are.
Yeah. Side
You
eye.
can't get
side
me.
eye. But
You're probably not gonna watch, man. Some people. are-
yeah, I mean,
it's like-
yeah, probably.
Like, I'm not gonna watch this fucker talk for 30 minutes.
Yeah, but yeah, let's move forward.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't watch any of my competitors' podcasts.
yeah, I would like if I don't sabotage people, but if
My
I
friends,
sabotage someone, I
because
would
some
not
of
watch.
my like in racing, some of my competitors are my really close friends, and I love them, and we love hanging around, talking about cars. We can bore anyone to death just talking about cars.
Mhm.
That's how much we love it, and we got from all around India. We've got friends in Chennai, friends in Bombay, and I never thought that I have friends in those places because I had never been there. And now, we're
No, you do.
we
So
like
this
a-
also gets you. You meet more people. You find
Yeah,
friendships
yeah.
and stuff. That's
Of
also
course,
nice.
It's like a brotherhood. So half of my competitors are my really good friends. The other half are enemies.
Enemies, love it. It does sound like a movie. I actually have to watch more.
It does.
movies like
I'll show you some
these.
of my onboards.
Okay,
It'll
perfect.
be like, because I've been in cars, like flipping people off and looking. It's like they're looking at you.
Yeah.
You're looking at them. You're like,
I can completely relate to that. I was like driving the other day, and this car was like coming this close to me, and he almost hit me, and he went like this, and I was going Sida. He just starts flipping me off. I was like, wait. So it's completely similar to your story, yeah. Like almost hits me, so he flips me off. Even but I'm like, I should be flipping you off, but yeah, very similar story.
yeah, feels similar.
Completely.
I mean, everybody's got to start somewhere.
Exactly. Anyways, next question. So, how do you balance the demanding schedule of a professional racer with your personal life? So, do you have any hobbies or any activities that help you?
So racing is a hobby for most in India. You can't really keep it like, it's very hard to make it your career, but I'm sure that's true for any sport in that case. Like lots of people do sports for hobbies,
Mm-hmm.
right? I believe that it'll be a waste of my talents if I don't do anything in racing. For me, racing is everything in life.
Yeah.
It is everything. I wake up thinking about cars and go to sleep thinking about cars, watching cars, too much cars. Dude, get bored.
Do you watch car movies also? Or?
Yeah, dude,
That's what
I
you
watch
do?
car
Mhm.
movies. I love watching cars. Lightning McQueen. I love Lightning McQueen.
Mm-hmm.
Chick Hicks. I've seen the Cars movies. I think it was the Cars movies that got me into racing.
Yeah, that's the true thing. Perfect.
Yeah, I think it was the Cars movies that got me into racing.
It
Cars
was-
movies.
exactly.
And Fast and Furious.
Mhm.
You know.
It was
I'd-
movies that got me into acting. So yeah, exactly. I feel like movies gets people into everything they want.
Yeah.
It's sort of scary though.
I love cars.
Like just imagine what if there were like just murder movies in our childhood. That's really crazy the way movies can like affecting us to like make this life decisions.
I'm sure.
There has to be like at least.
I think on the next podcast you should get like a serial killer or something.
That'd
Maybe
be
he'll
so
give you
fun,
some
though.
Information on it.
like I love making horror movies and murder mysteries. But what if he just kills me? That'd be like the Joker, like that interview scene.
It's okay, you got people here, right?
To be killed or to help me?
To at least go in court and say, like,
So I die basically.
you get good content.
Yeah, it is content studio, so
Content
makes
studio.
sense.
You
Makes
get
sense.
content, you got cameras, it'll be all over the internet.
Yeah, I'll be famous. I'll die
Yeah.
famous, but I'll be immortalized.
Yeah. Maybe you'll be blurred on the news or something, but whatever.
Alright, this is funny. Anyways, so you're talking. So that's basically like what. So do you not like do anything? Like what do you do in your free time? Basically, like is it, you just cars race? Like you don't even like.
I do sim
Like-
racing in my free time.
Acha.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's fun.
Acha, and what's sim racing?
I think everybody knows what sim racing is by now.
I think I know what sim racing is.
Yeah.
We recently had a
So-
guest who was talking about sim racing.
Oh, that's love. So in my free time, I like being a Londa dude. I like roaming around with my friends. Because I have
Love being a
college
Londa.
work
That should
and
be the
all.
thing. This should be like the title of this.
Yeah.
Professional race car driver and actor. How to be a Londa.
Yeah, I love being a Londa. I think all race car drivers, like in my category, are all Londas. We're all street racers kind of guys, like who always like had that thing in them, who
Yeah.
didn't just gone a bit professional, and so that spirit is still there of being a Londa in everyone.
Yeah, that's nice. And
But apart from
yeah.
that, I've got my own team, Strada, and we're working on making
What?
racing. Yeah,
What's the name?
it's called Strada.
Shut up.
Strada.
My clothing line is called Strada.
Oh shit.
I'm not joking.
I'm wearing the t-shirt, dude. Strada Motorsport.
Hey, I literally have a business. It's called Strada. I'm
Yeah.
not even joking. Like a clothing line. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Both have this
I
same
guess we
name.
both like Italian names.
Yeah. Not French names.
I
Okay,
can't
that was completely
pronounce-
directed towards sound, but that's really funny. Sorry. That's crazy,
I'm
yaar.
clueless.
I'll tell you later. You sort of
Fine.
know already. Remember I was talking about
gonna be-
sabotage. I shouldn't be talking so much. Stop. This is gonna get
Too
cut
much
out. I should not be
sabotage
talking.
talk, yaar. Anyway,
No.
so yeah, I have my own team. It's called Strada Motorsport, and
Mhm.
we are working towards making racing a career option for people.
Sure, that's
Because
crazy. That's nice.
racing is pretty low key in India, but we're working towards it. So we're looking for all kinds of people.
Good job, man.
Just
You gotta lean
fucking
out.
far away. man.
Yeah. Anyways, so of course, racing, you need, in any career, you always need a support system. So how important do you feel like a support system is for you specifically, and what is your support system?
So I've got my dad. He's like my manager basically, and I've got my mentor. His name is Naren, and he's been driving cars, supercars, race cars, formula cars for like the last 20 years, and he really has helped me be what I am today, and still
Mhm.
helps me. So it helps having people around you. You need people to be there for you, because racing is more than just sitting in the car and driving. Like I said, I'm running a team. Racing has multiple opportunities. Even if you're an engineer, maybe you're good with like data, you need data scientists, you need engineers, you need mechanics, you need social media people to
Yeah.
make sure you get some buzz and get sponsors and stuff to make it an event, to make it
Yeah.
anything successful in racing, because racing is more than just one person in the car.
Mhm.
It is all the people who have worked on the car.
Exactly.
It's like in Formula 1, you've got a team of 1,000 people behind one
Yeah.
car. So opportunities are endless, and we want to kind of create an ecosystem in India itself where we're self-sufficient in racing and we can bring it to the masses. So we're working towards that.
Nice. In fact, so that actually, the social media comment makes me bridge to my next question. So, what are your thoughts on social media, and do you think it has any connections to your career in car racing?
Of course it does. If you have a good social media presence, you will be getting sponsors, right?
Yeah.
If you got people who are watching you, then brands will want you to promote their product. I'm absolute horseshit at social media, so I don't have.
Do you feel pressurized to use social media?
Sometimes I feel like I'm trying, and I think social media comes naturally to some people, and sometimes I feel like I'm just being lazy by not doing it, because I can make a lot of content because I've got lots of stuff going around. I've keep on going to tracks and driving different cars and supercars and race cars, and I've got so much knowledge I've acquired that I actually want to share with people. And because everything's pretty basic in India, and when it comes to like cars and even tuning cars and all that stuff, modifying cars, and social media does make a big difference. If you're popular on social media, you'll get sponsors. If you're not, much harder to get sponsors.
Yeah.
So it's not your driving that matters.
It's also
how many people-
it's your personality at the end of the day as well.
Your personality.
Like your personality isn't like what like you show on social media
Yeah.
and as a person, as a brand, because you're a brand at the end of the day now.
Yeah, if
Whenever
you're a
you step
great
into this career.
driver, but you have no presence, you won't get any sponsors
Exactly.
like me. And
you should be very like super chill, like honestly.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm working towards it.
Mhm.
But like, if you're a shitty driver, but you have lots of followers, then good for you.
Same thing for acting. I've literally seen
If you got lots of followers,
the
then
worst,
yeah.
the worst actors. They have like I don't want to say this, but like I was in Hira Mandi, like Hira Mandi.
I didn't actually, because I had all my racing and stuff
Oh,
going on. And I was going, I
so
was building my
basic.
car, but I
Oh.
want to see it actually.
There's this one of the lead actresses has no expressions, and I've seen people like in real life who have like, I think this what post it was in LA, so I studied in LA. So this one person, about 5 million followers, the worst actor ever. Like he had no expressions on his face. He got the job and not me. And everyone, so the other actors as well were like, dude, what the hell? He was like our last like choice.
Yeah.
Also, he low-key just looked like a frog. Also, I'm just saying,
I mean,
like, it's so sad that having like I talked about this on my last podcast as well. Like having followers, so many followers should not really reflect your talent or you as a brand, basically.
But the thing is, that's what people want, and it's all
That's
about
so
the.
sad.
It's
I
all
feel
about
like our
the
entire
game and how you
generation is
play it.
trapped now. Our entire generation is trapped in social media, and we have no way out. Because we also, at the end of the day, we also,
You're
consume
also going on
social media.
right now.
Exactly. So we are as well we are on the other side as well. We're on both sides of it, honestly.
Yeah, I
Which is
mean,
crazy.
you have to like go with the times. It's not much we can do. Of course, even I've had stories where like there are people who are much lesser talented than me, but get a lot more fame and opportunities to go abroad and represent the country, and where there are people who are talented, but they just don't, like being great. They're not great at social media,
Yeah.
or they don't have those kinds of. They're not social as those people. So
Mm-hmm.
they didn't get those contacts. They won't be able to go abroad. Even though if you have talent is secondary, but it's all about the game
It's about the game. It's
and
about
how
what
you play
do.
it.
And dirty driving.
Dirty driving. Dirty driving is fun.
Anyways, so how have you seen the landscape of motorsports change since you started, especially with advancements in technology and safety? And where do you see the future of racing headed?
Motorsports in India is much like behind.
Mm-hmm.
It's very far off from what people are doing abroad.
Yeah.
We're 40-50 years behind them. Like
Like we're just starting. It's like
yeah, we're
it's
just
finally
starting.
now.
We're
I
just
feel like
starting.
post-COVID people are now actually like even like watching F1, getting to know more
that's
stuff
the
about
drive to
this.
survive effect. But racing in India, we've got a long way to go. We've got lots of opportunities, and I think it's the perfect market because people love cars everywhere in the world. People
Mhm.
like seeing racing. It's a glamorous sport,
Yeah.
but there's a long way to go for India in racing, and even in terms of technology, because you've got people abroad using all sorts of stuff, and we are still stuck to like very basic measurements, like typical mechanic kind of stuff, where
Yeah.
it can be run like a complete you need engineers,
And that's so sad because India is like the hub of this, of like engineers. We are like so ahead in all of this stuff, but it's so sad that we're so back. So
there's not enough
behind.
knowledge. There's not enough
Yeah,
knowledge
there
in
needs to be
people.
more awareness and knowledge. Yeah, like
Yeah, there is. Even if we are, maybe they get trained better abroad, but we don't have knowledge to
mhm.
build a car that is on par with foreign standards. It's at least a race car, because those guys they work with perfection,
Yeah.
and we don't. So we were getting there. We'll
We're
get
getting
there
there.
soon enough.
So what do you think is like a good time frame for like, it at least for that to be like a nice, I can go with my friends, watch like a Formula One match or something, like
In India, like
in any
like
racing
an equivalent
match.
of Formula One or a nice race. Like in America, they have NASCAR and Indy. In Europe, usually now your Formula One's everywhere, but like you got GT car racing and all that stuff. I mean, so for that to happen, hopefully it does in the next 10 years. I mean, we're
It
working
should.
towards it. I
Yeah.
am myself working towards it. Our team's working towards it. So hopefully we can do that, because that would be really great.
Yeah.
Being able to, showcase talents to people. Like, I love winning. Every race driver
Like
wants
you
to
already said, you
win.
love winning, then you get so bored of winning, like you want to
Sometimes winning is boring, because sometimes you win by a very large margin, and then you're like driving and you have nothing to do. Sometimes
that I understand that people are just so bad. This
like I finished my last race, and
you were the Verstappen basically, you could
yeah,
say.
I had the toot 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 music playing in my head when I finished the last race. 15 seconds ahead of the second car. So 15 seconds doesn't sound like much unless you put it on a stopwatch. Put 15 seconds on a stopwatch, and
No,
see
yeah,
how
I
long
can
that
I can
feels.
even like 10 seconds, like 1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5, 6,
It's
7.
God, it's a lot. Like even 7 seconds is like
11,
like
12.
people.
And then the second car comes.
Yeah, that's very bad. That's very bad. So that part I understand, I guess.
So it gets
yeah.
boring. Of course, it's a flex to win by that big of a margin.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do it once, twice, but after that you want fight.
You want fight. That's what I said. Like
You want masala
want
in
fight.
everything.
You want
In any
masala.
sport.
Yeah.
You're watching cricket, you wanted to go to the super over. You're watching football, you want them to
Penalties and stuff.
penalties.
You want that because you as the audience also is you want that adrenaline. You want that.
You want any sport, dude. We're watching the Olympics these days. You want close finish, right? You don't want anyone to
like
just walk
Alcaraz
away.
and Djokovic. You want that sort
you
of.
want that.
That's why people watch sports.
That's why people
for
watch
competition.
for
And people
competition.
want competition in life, whether it's for anything. Even like I don't know what's the most basic. Even sibling rivalry, you could say.
Yeah.
Like you want competition. You want competition in everything because that's what gives you the drive and motivation to live.
Yeah, I feel like in racing, people watch racing for two things. They either watch it because they love the sport, or because they watch it because they just want to see someone crash.
Look, that's why I actually that's why I started.
That's why everyone, if you're not into racing but you still watch racing, it's because you like seeing cars fly and crash and all.
No, yeah. So I used to watch it as a kid, like Formula One, and then I started watching. Then I saw like a reel and stuff of like the car crashing and fire, and I'm like, watching this live would be crazy.
Yeah.
So I started watching it, and I wasn't like hoping for that to happen. It was really bad, but like still like when like stuff happens, you do want to like watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean we've all got that side inside us. Like sometimes I like going and watching on YouTube. I'll put crash compilation, rally crash compilation, motorsports crash compilation.
Same. That's why
I like watching people
me and my
crash.
brother used to do that.
I still do it, even though I've been in crashes and I know how horrible it is sometimes and all that. But I still like it.
It's fun.
Like cars crashing, flying.
Yeah.
Got played too much GTA when I was 12, 13. Maybe
I have
that's
to
why.
stop playing GTA.
Yeah, killed too many.
No, it was really fun. So I was playing GTA and then I went for a drive.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I going so fast? I don't stop. Like I was just learning how to drive that time. I had my learners.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, stop playing. I haven't played GTA since that day. I got really scared of myself. I was like, no.
GTA.
'Cause I was just playing GTA and then my brother said, let's go for a drive. I said, okay, I have to learn anyways. So my driver was like, why are you going so fast? I was like, Zoe.
Yeah, it's like when you're racing, right? And I told you, like, you rub and hit each other sometimes.
Yeah.
You feel like you're in a video game. Feels
Exactly.
amazing.
Yeah, that's the fun
So I
part.
can imagine what serial killers go through.
We'll ask him in the next podcast. We'll ask them in the next podcast what they think. But I know of a serial killer. Her name is Meher Dhupia.
I don't know who that is, dude.
No, yeah. Anyways.
Sorry, Meher Dhupia.
Anyways, so what are your goals for the near future, and are there any particular racing series or challenges that you're eager to take on?
So I'm 2 points behind in the championship right now. Last round, it's next week.
Ooh, that's
next to
close.
next week. and I want to win the championship.
I think you'll win. Like you're just saying, easy wins, easy wins. I think you'll win. Don't worry.
Hey, that's what happens when you say you're gonna win. Now you
Actually,
lose.
no, you're gonna lose.
I don't want to jinx it.
You're gonna lose.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, you're gonna lose. Sorry.
Nobody says that to me. I want people to tell me that I'm gonna lose. If people tell me I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna fuck you.
No, you're gonna lose. I'm sorry. You don't have it in you. Like you're
Yeah,
such
that's
a
what I
bad
want.
driver.
That's what I want.
You're not gonna win. You know,
That's
like
exactly what I want.
basically.
Mm.
But anyways, it was amazing. Let's just wrap up with my last two questions, which I always ask. So, what's a piece of advice that a fellow mentor, a peer, or anyone has given you throughout your journey that still has meaning to you till today?
You only need advice and mentorship when you're losing, I feel. And to just be there and keep on working hard when you're not doing as well as you would hoped, or just have to stay there through the struggle and keep on working because something is going to click. If it's the car, if it's you keep on have to be there working for yourself. You need to work on yourself
Yeah,
all the
obviously.
time. You've got too many drivers complaining about the car, complaining about this, that. People should look at themselves and see what they're doing. So that's an advice, I think, that really helped me.
Mm-hmm. And what's a piece of advice that you would give someone who wants to follow in the same footsteps as you, a little kid who wants to do the same thing as you?
Yeah, just be talented.
Yeah, obviously that's
Yeah.
actually the best advice you can give. Honestly,
Just be born talented. That's it.
yeah.
That's
So if you're not talented, I'm sorry.
It's not fast, man. They're not fast, but
Yeah.
they still want to do it because maybe I don't know. Some people just sit in the car and they're fast. Some
Mhm.
people have to work.
Yeah.
It depends on how much you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to do, if it's cricket, football, basketball,
Mm-hmm.
athletics, anything you want to do, there are people who are born really talented, and then there are people who have to work to match
Work
those
for
people.
that.
Yeah, work
Yeah.
for that. Even if
Oh,
you're talented, you
mhm.
have to work for it. Of course,
Exactly,
you can't just
yeah.
rely on your talent. You have to work for it, and you have to be there and work on yourself, work on your car.
And a
work on
piece
your
of advice
skills.
that you could give someone who is unfortunately not talented is just
Just find
do something else.
to
And
do.
if
Just
you
do
if you
something
love
else.
cars, be like a car manager. Like build a car. There's so much other stuff you can do.
You
Like
can
maybe racing
modify
is just
your own
not.
car, drive it on the street or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
make
like
some
if you're
noise. That's
if
what
you if you're
people like to
passionate
do.
about it, you can just do it. You don't have to be competitive and
Yeah.
race. You
Yeah,
just
you
do it for
don't.
fun.
Like there are lots of people in Gurgaon who like
Yeah.
modifying their
see.
cars, going up golf
Going-
course road and all
Yeah,
that.
and the underpasses and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
going
Green
bum, bum,
car,
bum,
red
bum,
car.
bum.
I see you.
Yeah, all pops and bangs, exhausts and all that. Dang,
Yeah.
dang, dang, making noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do that.
Do
Actually,
that.
don't do that. Actually, that's very dangerous. But do it at a safe,
Do it
in a safe
safely.
environment. Yeah.
I know you're not, but do it safely. Yeah, and just stick to that. Because on the racetrack, in real race cars, it's a different story.
That's crazy. But it was amazing having you do it.
It was
honestly.
amazing being here. I am glad I didn't, fall asleep because I was so
Well,
sleepy at the
I
start
kill.
of
I
the...
thought you were gonna say, I'm glad I didn't kill you or something.
No, man.
We were just talking
No,
about
I'm glad
that.
I didn't fall asleep because I was very
Mhm.
sleepy in the start because this room is very comfortable.
Thank you. That means a lot. Content studio. We
Yeah,
have
but
the
then
best
talking with you,
sets ever.
talking with you made me very,
Mhm.
interested, and I didn't want to fall asleep then.
Oh, that's so sweet. Let's go on a date. Watch more matches.
Olympics are still on. We can watch something.
Yeah, we do
I
it
think
tonight.
Today we have
Mhm.
some
We do
javelin throws and all.
Olympics and chill.
Yeah.
No, it was amazing having you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was.
Thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm Anhad Jaidka, and you were watching. What's it called?
We're on pure. Just give it to me, dude. Honestly, I don't know what you You and Rabia, our first guest, have this obsession with taking thing and
I
giving.
always
an
wanted
outro.
to have a podcast.
What? You want to have your own podcast?
Yeah.
Acha. Replace me. Kar le.
Done.
Kar le. We both could be hosts also.
Yeah.
That'd be
What
really fun.
hose?
Hosts, not hose.
Okay, cool.
मेरा दिमाग का कुछ चलता है. Anyways, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. You know what to do. If you haven't liked it, just give a like at least, because then we can make more. Even if you don't like it, just give a like. Come on, we're kids, man. We're probably your age, and if you you're one of our parents, or our parents' friends. Just like it. Like, thank you. And anyways, that was Justin, and it was amazing having you. And we will see you guys in the next episode. I mean, just I will, not him. But
Why? I also want my podcast. I thought we could be hosts.
we
Hosts.
hosts or hosts?
Hosts.
Sure, buddy. Yeah, we will definitely get you back on this. But thank you so much, guys.